Enzorecto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
Matapos mapatawan ang pagkakulong ni Roque sa kamara, tinawag at kinunsindera ngayon na puganti itong si Harry Roque matapos tumakas at hindi mahanap ng kamara para sagutin nga ang isyu dito sa iligal na POGO. Ayon po kay Congressman Johnny Pimentel, kinukonsindera nila na puganti itong si Roque.
All right, Congressman Pimentel talked to us about the second arrest warrant released against former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque. Has this already been served against the former spokesperson?
Yes, it was served last Friday. Actually, it is not a warrant of arrest, but rather an order of detention. There was an order of detention to bring Harry Roque and to be detained in Congress because of his failure to produce or submit documents relative to the inquiry. Because during one of our hearings, the committee issued a subpoena ducis tecum for him to submit the deed of sale, income tax return, the SALN, and other pertinent documents. Now, under our House rules, Section 11, Paragraph D, any resource person who refuses to produce or submit documents relative to the inquiry can be cited for contempt. So that's why last Thursday, we inquired from the committee secretariat if there was already a submission of the pertinent documents. However, there was no submission. So the committee decided to cite him for contempt under our House rules.
Congressman Pimentel, Mr. Roque, Attorney Roque, told us over the weekend that he has yet to receive any kind of arrest warrant or detention order. What happened there? Why was the order served in his office instead of his residence?
It was the Sergeant at Arms in coordination with the Philippine National Police that served the warrant of order of detention. It was served in his office. However, I believe that his staff did not want to receive. But anyway, iniwan na rin din yung warrant of arrest or order of detention. So, I strongly suggest to Mr. Harry Roque for him to appear. We will have another hearing this coming Thursday so that he could shed light on the different questions that arises from his involvement in POGO. No, more specifically in Lucky South 99. So, ayok na hindi mangyari sa kanya yung kagaya nangyari kay Kibuloy and to Cassandra Ong, into Alice Go. Let's not go into that very tedious process that the PNP will look for him as a fugitive. This is just an inquiry. There are no cases filed yet. So, if he has nothing to hide, why doesn't he want to appear in our committee?
Okay, what can we expect this week regarding this detention order? Is the House Sergeant at Arms still looking for the former spokesperson at this point?
Yes. Sergeant at Arms in coordination with the PNP, not only the Sergeant at Arms, there are with the Sergeant at Arms already coordinated with PNP. It is a joint team and they will be looking for Mr. Harry Roque until such time that he will be brought to the premises of Congress. So, sa pagka-ngayon, in fact, not only Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, they were looking for Mr. Harry Roque.
Including in his residence, sir?
I'm not sure if it was served in his residence, but I'm highly probably that it was also served in his residence.
Okay, so far we are in a wait-and-see mode on whether or not the former spokesperson would actually go into hiding, as he mentioned earlier, or would actually present himself before the panel. But aside from...
actually,
go ahead,
Katrina, since Friday, he's already into hiding.
Oh, really?
So we already consider him as a fugitive. Kasi hindi na nga siya mahanap ng mga police and then the Sergeant at Arms. They have been looking for him for the past 3 days. So he's already into hiding.
Okay. you are now considering the former presidential spokesperson as a fugitive. What are the implications? Will you ask the Bureau of Immigration to issue a lookout bulletin against him, or perhaps a whole departure order? What will happen here, Congressman? Tell us about it.
Well, if he does not show up on Thursday during our 6th hearing, then the committee or the members of the committee might make a motion to request the Bureau of Immigration to issue a whole departure order.
And would this mean that there is somehow, his credibility would somehow drop because of this
Well,
sort
of course, because as I've said, kung wala siyang tinatago, why doesn't he appear in our committee? We're just asking simple questions, his involvement in Lucky South 99, because actually during the first few hearings, Mr. Roque was not even a resource person. However, in our investigation, we found out that his name always appears. And eventually, in the documents, it was found out, and even himself, he admitted that he is the legal counsel of Whirlwind Corporation. Now, Whirlwind Corporation is the lessor of Lucky South 99, which operates the POGO in Porac, Pampanga. And not only that, he has close contacts with Cassandra Leong. Cassandra Leong is the owner or authorized representative of Lucky South 99 and owner 58% of Whirlwind Corporation. And in fact, we know that he has close contact with Cassandra Leong because he accompanied Cassandra Leong sometime in 2023 to PAGCOR. In fact, in the presence of PAGCOR Chairman Altenco, he accompanied Cassandra Leong because Cassandra Leong paid $500,000 for their tax arrears. And not only that, Cassandra Leong, together with Harry Roque, was there to apply for the IGL, Internet Gaming License. Now, if he says that he has no involvement in Lucky South 99, why was he there together with Cassandra Leong when in fact he is only a legal counsel of Whirlwind? That is his assertion. But it clearly shows that he was involved in the application of IGL of Lucky South 99. And not only that, we are looking into the funds that went to his corporation, Biancham Holdings. Because Biancham Holdings, several years ago, had a paid that capital of only 100,000 pesos. But after a few years, sa time na nag-ooperate ng POGO, it went up to 125 million pesos. And that is one of the things that we are investigation. Where did the funds come from? Now, according to Mr. Harry Roque, the funds came from the sale of a lot in multinational village in Parañaque. And that is why we were asking for the deed of sale to see whether he is saying the truth or he is lying. Because it is surprising that a small company which has a paid-up capital of 100,000 plus, in just 3 or 4 years, it went up, shoot up to 125 million pesos. We have to know where the money came from. And that is why we are asking questions whether this money came from POGO or, as what he is saying, came from the sale of the lot. But he did not want to produce the deed of sale. There are so many questions left. Not only that, that is why we are suspecting that Mr. Harry Roque is heavily involved in the POGO operations in Porac, Pampanga. Because sometime in July 2024, if you recall, there were 2 Chinese nationals that were arrested in Tuba, Benguet in a house owned by Mr. Harry Roque. Actually, the PAO were looking for a certain Wang Yun, alias Ana, who was involved in the operations of Bamban Tarlac. But upon arrival in the house of Mr. Harry Roque, they found 2 Chinese nationals, Miss Wang Keeping and Mr. Puhon Muirin, who nagpanggap na Cambodia national. And upon verification by the PAOK, it was found out that these two persons were officers of the Lucky South 99. Not only that, a matter of hours after their arrest, PAOK and the NBI found out that this Kun Murin is not a Cambodian national, but rather a Chinese national who is wanted in China. He's a fugitive in China because of an investment scam.
Right.
Ang tanong doon, why were they arrested in the house of Harry Roque in Tuba, Benguet?
Congressman Pimentel, I'm glad that you brought up the house in Tuba Benguet because I understand that the wife of Attorney Roque also has stakes in that house. I also understand that the House Quadcom will be inviting Mrs. Roque, Mila Roque, to your Quad Committee hearing soon. Have you already received an affirmative response from Mrs. Roque regarding her attendance?
We already invited her 3 hearings ago. In fact, we already issued a subpoena to Mrs. Mila Roque. She has not appeared. So most probably or highly likely during the next hearing, we will already move for a show cause order to Mrs. Mila Roque why she does not want to appear in our committee. It is also important, you know why? Because the lease contract between the Chinese national Wang Yun in the rental of the house in Tuba Benguet is signed by Mrs. Mila Roque. Actually, the house is owned by a corporation, and that corporation is owned by a corporation wherein Harry Roque is a majority stockholder. So in effect, it is Harry Roque who owns the house actually. And it was Mrs. Mila Roque who signed the lease agreement doon sa Chinese national who is involved in Ambamban Tarlac POGO operations.
Would you consider Mrs. Mila Roque a fugitive like her husband at this point as well?
No, because there is no contempt charge yet that has been issued to Mrs. Mila Roque.
And
it is only Mr. Harry Roque that was cited for contempt. At the moment, there is no subpoena yet issued or contempt order issued to Mrs. Mila Roque.
all right.
May hulanong salita na ang ibig sabihin dito ay ang pagkakaisa. Bunyog Party List. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na. Halika na, Bunyog Party List ka na.
Sa susunod, ang atinang suportahan, Bunyog Party List, nagtataguyod ng katotohanan, lumalaban para sa bayan.